Alrighty, we are going over a friend's house today. Hang out in a hot tub. But we're gonna get going. Yeah, so I thought it would be a good idea to just kind of start off with what my motivation, what my goal is with motovlogging. Thanks for tuning in. I think in my mind I've been taking in motorcycle material, motorcycle content for a while now, like a year and a half, almost 2 years. But I've been like passively researching motorcycles for like probably like 6 or 7 years, and it's all really good stuff, right? But it's all very segmented. So it's either like we're gonna do the super high quality production motorcycle gear videos and stuff like that, or we're gonna talk and be extremely extroverted and goofy and like just like go around and be a menace to society in the best way possible. And those are the guys that really got me like hooked on the content. But then there's also the crew of people who it's just riding, right? Where it's like MT-09 Akrapovic pure sound night ride, and they're just doing their thing. And I felt like there is a gap between the typical viewer and age range of people who would be interested in motorcycles. I'm thinking like 18 to like 28-year-old men and women, and the actual content, right? Like if that's the target audience, or that's the people that are going to be watching, there's so much other stuff that happens in those 10 years. I feel like, why not talk about stuff that's like actually substantive while educating and showing people what it's like to live on two wheels, I guess. But yeah, so that's kind of the motivation. There's I would say there's like 3 things I'm trying to focus on. One is like motorcycles, like riding, whether it's talking about a bike, whether it's talking about a new bike or mods or whatever. Number 2 is more so like talking about life, like random, like this is what's going on kind of content. It's a little more raw. But number 3, I think this is my main motivation, is that like, bro, being an adult it's kind of tricky, and this machine right here ends up being, I know for me at least, it's been my escape for when things have gotten too crazy, you know? So I'd love to talk about like motorcycle philosophy almost. There's a lot that goes into your mental when you're riding one of these machines. And when you're a young adult, when you're trying to figure life out, or if you're older and you're trying to figure stuff out. I think we've convinced ourselves there's a finish line that we'll reach when we're alive. And I'm sorry to tell you, buddy, that's not how it works. And if there was a finish line to reach, what the heck would you do when you were done? That would be so boring and stupid and meaningless. So, yeah, that is some of the motivation behind what I want to use this platform for, and get into for. I definitely want it to be a little different than your typical motor chicle content, you know? I'm sure there will be plenty of motorcycle driving vids, things like that, all that fun stuff. But that is not my main motivation here by any means. Wow, look at that. That's fire. You know, when they made those cars, I didn't have rights. I'm brown. They didn't like me. But I like the cars. They look good. Sometimes I just want to open their door, you know? Like their windows open, like just go right next to them and just like open their door. What would they do? Sue me? Oh, probably, but you know? Sometimes the intrusive thoughts win. Okay? I'm not that strong. But yeah, man, that's what the channel, that's the desire of the channel. That's what I would like it to be. Try to be as consistent as can be. But just a little bit about me. This is my 2022 slightly scuffed Ninja 400. It's my first bike. I've been riding for, this will be, actually, oh my gosh, it would have been a year, either like now or in like a week or two. So I'm a new, oh well, I'm technically not a new rider, but I'm a newer rider. This is not like a career for me, but yeah, I mean, literally, like I've had this bike. I got it last May and drove it the whole summer. I literally every day, and then it got hit. I was living in Boston at the time. It got hit, and it was in the shop for like from like the end of August until December. And obviously I can't ride in the winter anyways, but within like the 3.5, 4 months that I had the bike, you can see I have 4,600 miles on it. Maybe 100 of those are like this season, but I've gotten some riding under my belt, boy. But alas, I am a new rider, you know? I am not by any means, alright people, what's going on here? I am by any means, not by any means an expert. I just like doing this. It's fun. I think I'm going to try to get a new bike soon. I'm still trying to figure it out. Oops. But, yeah. I mean, I love the 400. It was definitely like the ideal beginner bike. But by the end of the summer, I was like, I like wanted more, you know? So I'm going to try to... haven't figured out the timeline. It won't be for a little while, but I want to sell this and get a leader bike by like the end of the summer, so I have some time to ride it. But what I would do is I would buy like used. It'd be like anywhere from like an 05 to an 09, like either like a CBR 1000 RR, like a Fireblade, or Gixxer 1000. I would do a Gixxer 750. I know it's not too much different than the 600, but I just feel like if I step up to a 600, I'm gonna want an 1000, so I may as well just skip a level, you know? Thank you for tuning in. If you have, you're a real one. If you are a friend and I sent you this link and you made it to the end of this video, I love you. Oh, here's our people. Here's our people. Doing chores. Yeah? Where should I park? Okay. I'll do that. Alright, we out.